Welcome everybody to the Board of County Commissioners special meeting, January 14th, 2025. If you rise and please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Are there any additions to the agenda?
I have none.
The agenda will stand approved. Constituent time, is there anybody in the audience that would like to address the board? Okay. Come on up, state your name and address for the record.
So, Chair, I'm gonna just kind of jump in here. This is Mr. Hawk. He has a pending land use approval for this board. It's not agendized. He shouldn't be offering any additional information and really should not be addressing his project at all. Maybe he wants to talk about a stop sign or something else. I don't know, but if he's here to speak about his pending land use issue, I would recommend that not happen. Because it's not agendized. No one else is here. No one else had the opportunity to know that this discussion was happening.
Even if it's part of the minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pending matter before this board.
Yeah.
So
But it will be in the minutes. It will be public record.
no one else has an opportunity to respond to it. My recommendation is that you don't.
What if I don't want to cut somebody off on their First Amendment right to address this board? What if we made this, if whatever Mr. Hawk has to say is made available at the next hearing?
I recommend against it. I think it's an ex parte communication without there being notice to any other party.
Mr. Chair, what do you know?
So your comments would be concerning your pending land use application?
Land use vacation, yes, sir. I don't want to cause any problems, so.
You also have an issue that Mr. Hawk is represented by counsel.
Okay.
And I mean, there's, I think we have multiple layers of issues of allowing someone just to speak when there's a lot of people that are interested in this particular land use application. So my recommendation is you don't get into that right now.
Mr. Hawk, if what you were to speak to us about today, could it hold until the next meeting, public meeting?
Certainly,
Would that be okay with you?
that's fine.
And clearly, Mr. Hawk can put anything he wants down in, I mean, you don't even have planning staff here for that matter, sorry. Clearly, he can put anything down in writing that he wants to. He can also have his attorney do the same. And then that could become part of the record.
But there's also the First Amendment right to address this board.
I understand that.
Yeah.
So sounds like you're able to speak on anything but the land use item. And under advice of counsel, you can talk to anything except for that, simply because, as you say, in ex parte, the other people that are interested in the project or the item that is before the board, they just don't have the opportunity here to say their 2 cents.
I was unaware of that.
Okay.
I hope nobody's pipes froze last night. So thank you very much, and I'll sit back down. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hawk.
And I think that, and maybe I think I can flesh that out a bit. I mean, we have to think about this as the board is sitting as a quasi
I know.
judicial board. You're sitting essentially as judges, in a sense, quasi judges. And no one's gonna go over to Judge Schultz's courtroom and just one person just walk in and start talking about a matter that is pending before that court. And that's how we have to treat that as well as the quasi judge's quasi judicial hearing that is before this board.
Yeah, Judge Schultz doesn't have constituent time.
Well, he does when someone, I mean, I've seen him do it. I've seen this happen in district court and Shuts it down.
So, the delicate balance for us.
Yes,
Mr.
it
Mayor.
is.
Thank you both for showing up anyway.
Anyone on the computer?
Anybody on the computer that would like to address the board? Okay. We'll continue with our agenda. The first item is board's consideration and appointment of the Board of County Commissioner Chairman and Vice Chairman.
Well, it's been this board's practice to rotate the chairmanship through. I would be willing to serve as chair if it's the will of this board.
I'll step down right now and move that Wendell Coons be appointed as the chairman. And do we need a separate motion for the vice chairman?
I think you can do it either way.
I'd nominate Mike Lane as vice chair.
Okay. And can I nominate myself?
I just did.
He just.
You just did?
he just did.
Okay. And a second?
I'll second the motion.
Okay, motion and second on the floor. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so done. So we will rotate.
Can't have my coffee, Mike. We may have to change chairs.
Oh, that might be handy.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thanks. Just like in 6 days. So. Well, we'll continue on. Robbie, go ahead, please.
Mr. Chair, Commissioners, then before you have a consideration of the Board of County Commissioners reorganization and appointments to the various boards and committees. First item then is to, obviously, as the chair and vice chair, congratulations, Commissioner Coons and Commissioner Lane, and thank you for your continued work on all of this. Next, we have the ADA coordinator, then that is appointed by you all. Recommendation is to continue with Michelle Bear, HR Director, County Attorney John Bear, County Budget Leona Anderson. Moving to Commissioner to convey, traditionally that has been the chair, Commissioner Kuntz. Courthouse Complex Commissioner, previously that was Commissioner Supas. Is there any commissioner that would like to be the Courthouse Complex Commissioner?
Gosh, I guess I can take that one. What's it entail?
Every break, every HVAC, no.
Conditioning,
Air conditioning, yeah.
generator.
You would oversee when, there's actuals, like when we had the security meetings, based on the infrastructure that was put in the courthouse, and so that would be a logical place.
Okay.
Do we need a motion on that, Robbie?
We can do one motion at the end for all of them, unless you all would like something different. Okay. Courthouse Security Committee, again, that was Commissioner Supas.
Courthouse.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Okay, staff is recommending that Chris Stewart remain as Emergency Preparedness Director.
Okay.
Emergency Preparedness Commissioner, primarily appointed to the LEPC on a quarterly basis. If my memory serves me right, that was Commissioner Lane, is that correct?
I think so.
Okay, would you like to
Yeah.
continue with that?
You bet.
Okay. Would you like to stay with FEMA and disaster funds as well, Commissioner Lane?
You go.
Okay. Board of Health Chairman traditionally follows Board of County Commissioners then. Is that going to be different this time?
Commissioner Lane, would you consider remaining as Board of Health Chair?
Yes,
And I would see if Commissioner Fuller, if you'd like to be Vice Chair for the Board of Health.
I can do that.
okay.
Thank you.
Same with Board of Human Services. Commissioner Lane, are you okay to chair that?
Yep.
And Commissioner Fuller?
Mhm.
Staff is recommending that Kirby Clark and Kaylee Wright stay on the RETAC as the representative to the Medical and Trauma Services Advisory Council, and that Kaylee Wright be the alternate. Staff recommends that Tim McCracken continue to be on the Blakefield Airport Advisory Committee and the North Fork Airport Advisory Committee.
Okay.
Community Corrections. Is there any?
Commissioner Lane, you've been doing that one, haven't you?
Think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do her.
Same with RETAC that. Oh, okay. Sorry. Just trying to read your size. Okay, emergency medical services rep, Kirby Clark and Kaylee Wright. Fair Board Representative, Board of County Commissioners, their meeting is the first Tuesday of every month. Delta County Housing Task Force. Commissioner Lane, would you like to continue?
Yes,
Okay. Judicial District Representative, semi-annual meeting then. Is there any volunteers for that?
I'll pick that one.
Okay. And County Juvenile Diversion Board,
Greg, are you gonna be interested in that?
I can do that.
7th Judicial District Juvenile Planning Board.
How about that one?
Sure.
The Library Board Representative is actually rotated between the three of you, where you attend the meetings in the corresponding district on the second Wednesday of each month. Is that still the correct time for the Library Board? Do we know, or do we need to double check that?
Let me double check. I know it's a
Okay.
Wednesday.
Drug-free Delta County, then, they no longer meet, and they have not been active. I would like to convey one commissioner to that in case they do, could reinvigorate their group.
I can do that.
Similar to the next one, Midwest Mental Health is not functioning. AGNC. Associated Governments of Northwest Colorado.
I can pick that one.
Okay. Delta County Transit Advisory, Commissioner Lane, do you want to continue?
yes.
Community Service Block Grant Board,
Doesn't that rotate with the Board of Health Chair?
I believe it does. So Commissioner Lane,
Okay,
staff's recommending that Linda Reeves maintain our Veterans Officer. And then specifically for Club 20. Commissioner Coons, are you wanting to make a change there?
Let me get with Club 20 exact,
Okay.
get back to you.
Okay, one Delta County, we do need a representative from the Board of County Commissioners for one Delta County, the Economic Development.
I'd do that one if I had an alternate there.
I can be the alternate.
Okay. Staff recommends Lindsay Mitchell for Grand Mesa Scenic Byway.
Yes.
Southwest Colorado Opioid Regional Council, you have previously designated under Sheriff Wayne Archibek and County Attorney John Bear.
Yep.
Region 10 LEAP representative,
that's me,
okay,
We'll do that one.
yeah.
and the alternate,
I can be the alternate on that.
okay. DPR Transportation Representative,
I'd like to see if you'd be interested in taking that one on with an alternate.
I can do that.
Okay, I'll be your alternate on that one.
Tourism Cabinet. Commissioner Supus was on the Tourism Cabinet. Commissioner Fuller, do you want to take that?
I'm lagging behind here. Where are we at in 41?
41?
Sure.
Okay.
Does that have to be a commissioner on that?
West Elk Scenic Byway, staff's recommending Lindsay Mitchell.
Don't you want to know these items? You drive these.
That was a nice try. Keep doing it.
Yeah. Workforce Consortium was Commissioner Supus.
Okay.
And Colorado River Water Conservation Board, you all took care of that appointment at the previous meeting with former Commissioner Mark Roper. Gunnison Basin Roundtable, Commissioner Coombs.
Yeah.
The Grand Mesa, Uncompahgre, Gunnison Forest Plan and Cooperating Agency depends on the project. Currently, I would suggest that we just keep my name on that because they don't meet very often,
Okay,
as well as the Sage Ground. Moving to Colorado counties, basically we put the 3 commissioners there with the exception of the Health and Human Services Committee where you designate Human Services Director Annie Gallegos.
Mhm.
We do need 1 commissioner to be designated as the CCI proxy, and that does need to be a separate motion. So if we want to take all of the appointments to date in one motion and then the CCI at a separate motion, that would be great.
I'll move that we appoint all the people that we just discussed on the Delta County reorganization plan for 2025. Be appointed to those various boards.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. So done.
Okay, next to your consideration is designation of the official Board of County Commissioners meeting date, time, and location. Currently, the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of each month, starting at 8:30 a.m., located at 560 Dodge, Delta, Colorado.
Any need to change it, gentlemen?
I don't think so.
Accept a motion.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Robbie,
Yes.
back to the CCI Legislative Committee. Do we need to appoint that separately?
That will be agenda item 9.
Okay.
Next then is consideration and designation of the official publication place for posting of the public notice. The current public notice is the front lobby of the Delta County Courthouse located on Palmer, with a courtesy copy being posted at the North Fork Annex in Hotchkiss and on the county website.
I see no change. You need to change that.
No. I'll move that we keep the notices the same.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Next is consideration and designation of the emergency radio station. The current station is KVNF with a courtesy to KUBC out of the Montrose area.
I'll move that we keep the designation of the emergency radio station as KVNF and KUBC as a courtesy.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Consideration and determination of the annual jail tour.
Occasionally in the past, we've done this as a group. We've also done it individually. What would you guys prefer?
As a group.
So we can bail each other out in case something goes wrong.
Is something we should know, Craig?
Too late.
Yeah, too late.
I'll second the motion to do it as a group.
Any other discussion? We'll set it, that's a TBD. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, next is your consideration designation of the official days and office hours for all county offices to be open. Currently, assessor office Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, from May 1 through June 8. Oh, let me back up. Currently, the assessor office is Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. From May 1 through June 8th, it's 9 to 4, and that's again for staff to work on the specific items for the assessment. For clerk and recorder, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30 at the North Fork Annex, 8:30 to 12:30 and 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. GIS, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Human Services, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30, North Fork, 8:30 to 12:30 and 1:30 to 4:30 p.m. Landfill, Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Planning, Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Road and Bridge Administrator, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Treasurer Office, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Veterans Office, Tuesday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. by appointment only. All other county offices open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Any changes or additions?
Did you say landfill is Tuesday through Saturday? So they're closed Sunday and Monday?
Mhm.
That's news to me.
Well, I move that the dates and times of the various offices stay the same.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, next is consideration designation of the chairman of the Delta County Board of Commissioners to access security for certification of levies and revenues online at Department of Local Affairs.
That'd be you, Commissioner Coons, and I move that we continue that way.
I'll second that.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Next is the CCI, the Colorado County Steering Committee proxy. One commissioner is designated as the proxy for Delta County.
And because I sit on the board of directors, I cannot be the proxy for this. So,
We all do the proxy.
I'll step down, and make the motion to appoint Mike Lane as proxy for the CCI steering committee.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Would you also make a motion for Annie to be the Human Services representative on that committee for CCI for Delta County?
I'll move that Annie Gallegos continue as a proxy for CCI in her current capacity.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next for County Treasurer Lisa DeFoya to consideration of a resolution authorizing Delta County Treasurer to deposit and invest public funds.
So moved.
Hang on.
Only have a resolution in the resolution book in there. And made a copy.
Go ahead and read that.
And it'll be-
Lisa, did you have anything to discuss with this before?
I just wanted to share with you that there was, 2 changes to this resolution versus what was, approved for last year. We did update the bank of, the name from First National Bank of Colorado to Oak Star Bank. And I added Centennial State Liquid Investment Pool, which was established in June of 2024 out of Denver.
Any questions for Treasurer DeFoya on this before we take it up?
No, thanks for all your hard work. And what resolution number?
This will be number 3.
Number 3. I move that the resolution of the Board of County Commissioners, the County of Delta, State of Colorado, 2025 R-03, resolution authorizing Delta County Treasurer to deposit and invest in public funds.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That should go to.
Okay, Lisa continued with her presentation of the semi-annual report.
Good morning, Commissioners and Robbie. I'd like to present the semi-annual report from July 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2024. On the presentation copy, there are 5 highlighted accounts, which are new funds that have been added. In addition to that, there are 5 funds that have been removed. The removed funds haven't been used for 8 to 15 years, so they were just carrying a zero balance. They were 0040, 0060, 0310, 0670, and 098. The 5 funds that have been added are 092, 0260, 0275, and 0741, and 0890. The other things I just wanted to bring your attention to is Fund 0451, which is Hotchkiss Cemetery District, which is carrying a negative 05 cents. That is due to an abatement, as well as 0690 Colorado River Water Conservancy District, carrying a negative of 21 cents, and 0712, which is City of Delta Road and Bridge half shares, carrying a negative of 3105. All of those negatives due to an abatement that was processed. So once taxes start collecting, those should take care of themselves, so.
Any questions for Lisa on this?
I have none.
I have none.
This should be an action item to accept this report.
I'll move that we accept County Treasurer Lisa Tafoya's semi-annual report as stated.
I'll second.
Any other further discussion? On favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so done.
Next,
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
next for your consideration and clarification, amendment to designation of newspaper of record decided on December 17, 2024, in regard to publicly supported legal notice versus privately supported legal notice.
Okay, commissioners, there's been some real discussion on the paper of record here. It is be my recommendation to this board that we turn this back to staff, ask staff to republish this as an RFQ and get new quotes on this. It's obvious that in the process of sending this legal notice out, it did not get to everybody in an adequate time. And that's an action item, gentlemen.
So you'll need a motion to,
Direct staff to republish this as an RFQ.
what he said.
Okay. And that's your motion?
That's my motion.
Okay, I'll second that.
Any further discussion on this? Mr. Bear, anything here?
My question about what the item before the board is today. The item before the board today, as it was agendized, was in regard to a clarification in the designation of the High Country Spotlight as the newspaper of record. So that's what's actually on the agenda today. If the board wants to consider reopening the matter, I'm wondering if that should be agendized differently, which could happen as early as, well, obviously the next meeting the board has.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah,
21st.
So if that is what the board is considering, then my recommendation would be for the item that is agendized today would be to table it. And then to agendize, I don't know, whatever it would be called, reconsideration or whatever. An RFQ and put that on the agenda for next week, if that's what you want to do.
That'd be my preference. Commissioner Lane, Commissioner Fuller,
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll table this matter?
we're gonna table agenda item 12.
I rescind my motion. That was actually his motions.
And we'll take it up on the 21st, the next BOCC.
And John, can you make sure we have the appropriate language in this?
Yes, I'll work with staff on that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next for the special meeting is an executive session under advice of counsel 24-6-4024B.
Thank you. Good morning, commissioners. Good morning. There's two items for the board's consideration this morning under executive session, advice of counsel pursuant to Colorado Revised Statute 24-6-4024B. First being discussion and advice regarding Delta County case number 2024 CV4. It's the Baja versus Kuntz case. The other is discussion and advice regarding Delta County Planning Project number 24080. This is the Hawk vacation petition to remove lot 3 of the Hawk family minor subdivision. So I would recommend that the board go into executive session to discuss those two matters. I'll remind everyone in the executive session to keep your conversation to those matters only. I will let you know, because of the discussion of number one, which is the court case that we're talking about. I think the board is aware that the outside counsel of Boone County has retained for that. Not knowing how long this was going to take this morning, I didn't want to waste his time. He's scheduled to call in at 10 o'clock. Okay, so we may want to go ahead and take the other matter first, but so we have almost half an hour to discuss some of that. And then I think adjourn after that, at least that's what it looks like. So.
Mike, can you make the motion?
Mhm. Well, I move that we go into executive session under advice of council 24-6-402 sub 4 sub B of the Colorado Revised Statutes and discuss the two items that are on the agenda. In attendance to the meeting be the three commissioners, Robbie LaValle, Terry Stevenson, John Bear, members of the planning staff, Sean Gardner.
Kenny Shaw is contract county.
There's my
surveyor.
question, yeah,
And County Engineer Tim McCracken.
Ken McCracken, and will, Mr. Neal and Tina be in also?
Brittany,
Brittany and Mr. and Kate, okay. And then after we discuss the two items, the meeting will be adjourned.
And just clarification for everyone's sake, Matthew Hagerty is the attorney. He'll be calling in for this, for the other item and we're gonna get that set up over in the Sam Wade room.
Okay.
The meeting, the way we got it set up. So just so you know, that's what we'll go for that portion, which will be the second thing. Yes.
Okay.
Does everybody have clarity on what we're doing here? Thanks. You second the motion.
I'll second Mike's motion.
All in favor of going into executive session as described?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so done. We'll take a quick comfort break and adjourn here. Thank you, everybody, for being here.